Good. Yep. All right. Okay. Welcome to day 3. We're going to jump straight into this. We're going into the couch stretch. We're going to hold this for 1 minute on each side. So you can either do this on the wall or on the couch. So you'd start on all fours. You drag one knee right down the wall. So you want your knee on the wall or right up against the couch. Now, if that's a big stretch, you'd hold that position. If not, you'd stay on all fours and bring your opposite foot out next to your hand. If Josh went down on the all fours, you just hold that position. If that's a big stretch on the leg that's on the wall. If not, you can sit up nice and tall like Josh was. You can hold this for a minute. How'd you pull up after yesterday's workout?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Day 3. See how we go getting this under 30 minutes.
No chance I've looked at it. Lunges, 20 minutes of lunges in there at least.
Josh is looking forward to eating after this.
That's true.
And if you're working out where it's cold, just go for a jog or something just before you start the workout, just to make sure you're nice and warm. For today's workout, you're going to need a step, and you're going to need a heavier weight. That can be a kettlebell, that could be a plate, that could be a barbell if you've got one, a heavy bag, a heavy suitcase, 2, 1, and switching legs. And that's all you're going to need for today's workout. So again, start on all fours. Drag one knee right down the wall, shoelaces on the wall. If that's a big stretch, hang out in that position. If not, bring your opposite foot out next to your hand. That's usually a big stretch for most people, especially if you're doing it on the wall. If not, sit all the way up. If you're on the couch, it's a lot easier getting the position Josh is in. Again, we're holding this for a minute. The timer has already started. We are currently 25 seconds in. It's a lot quieter in our car park today. Got 15 seconds. Two, 1, gently coming out of that. All right, now we're going to go into lunge series. So Josh is going to go into a push-up position. He's going to go right foot next to his right hand. Then he's going to wriggle his left leg back till he can start to feel the stretch in his hip flexor. And then he's going to drop that left knee to the floor. From that position, he's going to put his right hand on his right foot. And then with his right elbow, he's going to push his knee out 10 times. So your knee's going to go in and out. So we just should feel that stretch in your hip. I'm going to do 10.
6, 7.
10, good. Then he's going to take his hand off his foot, and he's just going to do 5 push-ups in that position. Keeping that knee on the floor. Good. So you're going to feel that big stretch through the inside of your leg.
5.
Yep. Then once he's done that, he's going to put his hand back on his foot. He's going to push his knee out. He's going to hold that position. Then he's going to try and twist his right shoulder to the left wall. And then rotate back. That's 1. So try and rotate through the middle of your chest. Really twist through your upper body. And then feel this stretch in your hip.
How many?
5. 4. That's 5. Then he's going to rotate his right hand to the sky, rotating through the middle of his chest. And then he's going to go back down. Had something crack. Back down. Now, when he comes back down, he's going to try and drop his elbow to the floor.
We've been over this. This is not possible.
That's 1. He's going to do that 5 times.
There's no way you can get your elbow to the floor.
Probably
way
not.
you can get your elbow to the floor.
That's 5. Good. Once you've done 5 on that side, switch sides. So push up position, left foot next to your left hand, wriggle your right leg back so you can start to feel that stretch in your hip socket. Then you're going to go left hand on your left foot to anchor it to the floor, and then you're going to push your knee out with your left elbow 10 times. Ooh, that sounds nice. More of that. Yep. And then you're going to go hand on the floor. Now you've got 5 push-ups in this position. Again, you just go down as far as your body will let you. You're not trying to force the position. About 5. Yep. Then you're going to go hand back on your foot. You're going to push your knee out with your left elbow, and then you're going to rotate the middle of your chest away from your left. So you will feel that in your hip more. You're going to do that 5 times. 4. And you take your hand off your foot, and then you're going to rotate your left hand to the sky, rotating through the middle of your chest. Really focus on that. And then as you come back down, try and drop that elbow to the floor. You got that 5 times. Good. All right. Coming up out of that. Good. All right. Now just going to lie on his side. So what we've got now, depending on how warm or cold you are at the moment, you'll either do this 1 time or for 1 round, or you're going to do it for 2. We're in the sun, it's getting warm now, so Josh is going to do this once. So we've got 20 clams on each side, and we've got 10 bird dogs on each side. So Josh is going to lie on his side. Both legs start straight. His top leg shoelace goes to the bottom of his calf. Okay? Then his top knee goes all the way to the floor. He's going to roll his hip as close to the floor as he can. Your opposite hand can just be on the floor for comfort. This top arm can go straight, or like Josh's is bent, and you just rest your head on that. Now, without rolling open your hip, Josh is going to lift this knee off the floor as high as he can, and then back down, nice and controlled. He's going to do 20 reps. All right. So you should be able to feel this inside of your bum. Got 20 reps.
14.
Now the main thing when you do this is your hip doesn't move. You want to keep your hip dead still and towards the floor.
Yep.
Good. Rolling over, other side. Both legs straight. Top leg shoelaces go to the bottom of your calf. Roll right over, knee to the floor, hips as close to the floor as you can get. Then without rolling open your hips, lifting this knee as high as you can 20 times. Now sometimes people go, oh, I can't feel that in my bum. I'd like to dig my heel into my calf a little bit more. That helps me feel it. 20 reps. Again, depending on how warm or cold you are at the moment, you can do this round once or twice. We're just going to do it once. So if you do it twice, just pause the video.
We'll go back to the beginning of this bit.
What was that?
We'll go back to the beginning of this bit.
Yep. Now you can see how Josh is opening up his hips as he's doing this. You want to keep them nice and close to the floor. At 20?
Yep.
All right, put on all fours. We're going into bird dogs. We did these in our first workout. So you're going to round up a little bit through your upper back. So push your sternum up to the sky. Good. Now you're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg, come off the floor at the same time. You're going to kick your leg backwards, not up.
How many are we doing?
We've got 10 on each side. So you're going to do all 10 on one side, then all 10 on the other. Making sure you don't drop your weight towards the knee side. You want to keep it in your hand. Core nice and tight. You'll be able to walk up, kick you in your guts.
Switching sides.
Yep. Switching sides, same thing. There's no rush with these, just make sure you stay nice and balanced. Hips and shoulders stay square to the floor. Basketball ring. That's it?
Yep.
Good job. All right. Grab a drink, have a short rest. Now, because we're trying to get through this filming a little bit quicker, we're going to drop our rest periods. But if you need to take a longer rest, take it. If you need a drink, take it whenever you need. I'm going to grab the bottle. Hold that for the squats. This. Oh, right. Okay, so for our next round, we've got 10 squats and we've got 10 RDLs. You're going to do 10 rounds of this. Again, rest whenever you need, grab a drink whenever you need. So, Josh is going to hold the plate for his squats. So he's just going to hold the plate on his chest, heels hip width apart. Set malfunction. Heels are going to be shoulder width apart, sorry. Toes slightly pointed out, making sure his knees and ankles aren't caving in. Core nice and tight, making sure you're not rounded through our upper or our lower back. He's going to drop down as low as you can. Elbows to your knees is a good reference. He's going to do 10 reps of that.
Doing it?
No. Then we've got RDLs. Now, you can hold your plate, you can hold your kettlebell. Doing this, you can hold your suitcase, you can hold your bag. So he's going to pick the barbell up. Heels go hip width apart. Good. Chest up nice and tall. Make sure you don't round through your upper back or your lower back. He's going to put a slight bend in his knees. So soft knees. Knees will stay in line with his heels. He's going to keep the weight right on his legs. If you're holding a kettlebell, you keep it right in between your legs. Then he's going to imagine his butt cheeks are lips, and he's going to try and kiss the wall behind him. So he's going to keep the weight on him. He's going to push his hips backwards. Back, 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 till he feels a stretch in his hamstrings. Then he's going to squeeze his butt cheeks and stand up. He's going to do 10 reps of that. All right, so the regression with the squats, if you can't do it with a weight, is you just sit and stand on a chair. So you just sit down on the chair and stand up. If you want to make the squats harder, either hold more weight or just slow your tempo down. So instead of going straight down and up, you do 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. All right, Josh, you've got 10 squats. Now you want to make sure you're keeping your heels on the floor like Josh is, driving up through the middle to back half of your foot. 10 reps. Core nice and tight. See how he's keeping his back nice and flat. Beautiful. Just remember, keeping your chest up nice and tall for the RDLs. We're just looking for the stretch in the back of your legs. You've got 10 reps. So as your rounds go with this, you might find you can get a little bit deeper in this to find that stretch. It's like the third time I've seen these people walk past. Good. So that's 10. So that's one round done. He's got to do 10.
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
10 by 10.
10 by 10. Now you can either try and keep up with Josh, or you can pause the video and get your 10 rounds done and skip through. Good. Just remember, you can rest whenever you need, you can grab a drink whenever you need. If you struggle with counting rounds like I do, mark them down on something as you go.
You marking these?
Got it on my hands. Remember, we're pushing our bum back as far as we can. It's more about pushing your bum back than dropping your chest. If you're starting to get pain through your back, means you're dropping your chest instead of pushing your bum backwards. Good, that's 2 rounds. Again, we're keeping our rest period short, mostly to try and keep this under 30 minutes for the filming. Gone out the gate too hard with the weight, with the squats, you can decrease the weight. If you struggle with a reference with your RDLs to whether you're pushing your bum back, stand about a foot off a wall and just push your bum into a wall. Or just go ahead and round your own. 2 in. It's 3. 3 of 10. Now you can tell when Josh hasn't eaten much because he doesn't talk as much. He's hanging out for his breakfast.
I'm always said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, I'm cranky pre-breakfast.
Oh, stroppy jalopy.
Strong. This guy.
Good. Now remember, if you're holding the kettlebell for this, it stays right in between your legs. If you're holding a suitcase, make sure it's running straight down your legs. If you're holding a barbell or a plate, keep it straight on your legs. Doesn't matter how deep you get, we're looking for the stretch in your hamstrings. Should be no pain in your lower back while you do this. It's 4. Again, if you need a rest, take it. If you need a drink, take it. Now on a squat, as you'll see, Josh's bum will go up and down. Driving his knees out as he goes. He doesn't want his knees and ankles caving in. Driving his knees out. Keeps his back nice and flat. Now with the RDL, his bum goes backwards and forwards. That's the difference between a hip hinge and a squat pattern. Slight bend, and he's just going to push it backwards. Imagine your butt kissing someone, like you did on the dance floor back in the day.
Probably the most disgusting skill of all time.
I was thinking something worse. Good. Again, he's just looking for the stretch in his hamstring. It's more about pushing his hips back than dropping his chest. Some people will find the stretch before they get to the knee. Some people will be a little bit past their knee. That's fine. That's 5. We're halfway. Again, if you can't keep up with the pace that Josh is holding, that's perfectly fine. You can stop the video and just work through this round at your own pace. 10 reps of each exercise for 10 sets. We're currently halfway through. Good. Now remember with the squats, you can also just do that to a chair. You can sit down on a chair and stand up. That's a regression of the exercise if you're feeling any back pain or anything throughout that exercise. Squeeze your butt cheeks as you bring your hips through. Same thing as in the squats. We don't want our knees and ankles caving in through this movement. Keep your knees over the middle of your feet. All nice and tight. Don't want to start rounding through your back or your lower back during this. Poke your bum out, chest up. A 6. Drink whenever you need one. Rest whenever you need it. So say, is that my drink book? Mine's back there. suck at counting. Hence why I've got my fingers like this.
Yeah, get a pen. Definitely get a pen.
Ooh, that much like that.
Feel it.
Yeah. The ground? Yeah, because it's on slope. Find that stretch. Keeping that nice and close to you, so keep that weight. Don't let that weight float away from your body. That's 7 rounds down. Again, you can rest whenever you want and grab a drink whenever you want. The further that weight gets away from Josh's body, the harder it is. So you want to keep it nice and close if you're finding your weight's hard. What are we doing? 7 rounds. I don't know what our neighbour across the road is doing.
Every day.
Some banging some sort of metal situation. Just keeping it nice and tight, keeping that back nice and flat. That's what we want. We don't want to round through our upper or lower back. You shouldn't feel pressure coming through here. You should feel this all in your hamstrings and your bum. Good. That's 8. 2 rounds to go. Good. Just make sure your heels stay flat on the floor. You're not driving up through your toes on those squats. How you feeling, bro?
Looks a bit tight from yesterday.
That was from the run.
Yeah, from the
Where'd you run to?
wasn't a long one.
Yeah, doing well. Second last round. That's 9 rounds down. If you're keeping up, good job. If not, pause the video. Just work through this round at your own pace. Good. Last adios. Keeps turning around because we're on a slant here. Keep his core nice and tight, so belly button into his spine. That's 10?
Yep.
Jump. It's 10 rounds. All right. Rest. Grab a drink. Minimum of 2 minutes rest.
Explain the next exercise.
Yep, sweet. So we may or may not rest for that long. Yeah. Does the bench need to stay there? All right. So we have a to rest for 2 minutes, so pause the video, rest at least 2 minutes.
No,
What-
just listen to the instruction. It's going to take 2 minutes.
what we
While
got?
you're resting, listen to the instruction of the next thing.
What we got? So we got step ups now. So we got 8 step ups on each leg. We got 4 rounds of this. So what we want to focus on is keeping that back leg straight. So just gonna put one foot up. Now he's gonna bring his back leg nice and close to the bench, so it's nice close. He's gonna tense this quad as hard as he can because we don't want that back knee to bend at all. Then he's gonna drive up through his front foot heel and stand up on the bench. Good. And then back down, nice and controlled. You shouldn't hear when Josh lands. So he's gonna do all 8. He doesn't want this knee to cave in. He wants to keep that knee out the whole time. You got 8 step ups on each leg.
That's this the whole next bit.
That's the whole next bit. We've
We've
got
been
4
resting
rounds.
for a minute and a half. That's good.
Alright.
There we go.
So we've got 8 on each leg. Main thing is trying to keep that back leg dead straight. Now the regression of this is just use a smaller step. The progression of this would be hold a weight. How are you finding the height of that?
That's all right.
That's all right. So if this was too high for Josh, I would just put the plate underneath the foot that touches the ground, or something like a book, or something like that. That just decreases the height that he's got to stand up. If he can't keep that back leg dead straight. So just 8 on each leg. Trip on this basketball ring that's sitting here. It's going to happen. So if I just suddenly disappear out the back of this film,
I'll put it on this camera.
Camera 2. Good. Now see how his knee's bending in that, if that's on that camera? You want to keep that dead straight. So tensing that quad as hard as you can and making sure that back leg stays as close to the bench as you can. Now you can rest as long as you need. Again, filming purposes, we'll just kind of run through this a little bit quicker. I would say rest 30 seconds to a minute in between each leg.
I would agree. In between each set, each leg.
Each set. A set would be 8 on each leg. Good. So there's no rush. You want to drive up through that front foot heel. You want to keep this knee over the middle of your foot. Slow and controlled. There's no rush. Slow and controlled. How are we going time-wise? 26. Put them up.
No way.
You alright?
No, the one's just going to slam me. I know they're coming.
I reckon we'll be under 40.
Yeah.
We're getting there, we're getting better. How keeping this at a 30 minute ish. Keeping that back leg dead straight. That back leg bends a little bit on this side. That's better. Good. Also, when you're doing your step ups, make sure you don't have something overhead. You don't want to hit your head doing these.
Yeah, not too many trip hazards.
Again, so Josh would wait 30 seconds to a minute before he starts his next leg, usually. If we're moving a bit quicker, it's just to try and get this video in. Go on. As always, rest whenever you need, grab a drink whenever you need. Keep that back leg dead straight. Yeah. Why do you keep that back leg dead straight? So you can feel it in your bum more. Keeping that foot that's on the step dead flat. You don't want your heel coming up off the bench. Got 4 sets of this. Josh is currently on his 3rd. Good. That's 3 sets down. Rest 30 seconds to a minute. Keeping his foot that's on the step dead flat. Driving up through his heel. Keeping that knee over his toe. Now if you can't keep your knee still, you need to be stepping up on a smaller step. soft landings, control it all the way to the floor. Nice, it's 4 sets. Again, rest, at least 2 minutes. After that, take your legs out, grab a drink, cook some rubbish, etc., etc.
What's next?
One more round and Josh can go get some breakfast. All right. So after you've rested about 2 minutes, what we got now? So we got lunges. Whoop. Lunges 1 through to 10. I prefer to do these walking. I don't think we can get the walking in the camera, so Josh is just going to do them on the spot. So, normal lunge, he's going to take one big step out with one leg. Now, before he goes down, he's going to imagine he's standing in between train tracks and he's going to step onto the train tracks. So instead of stepping straight out, you step about 1 foot wider. Whoa. Then he's just going to drop his back knee straight down to the floor, making sure his knee and ankle aren't caving in, keeps his knee over his toe. Then he stands up. Because he's doing them on the spot, he steps back to where he started. Then he does his other leg, he'll do 1 rep. Then he'll step out, then he'll do 2 reps, but he'll keep his foot out in front of him. Step out,
I'm not wasting reps.
2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, etc., 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 all the way up to 10.
So we're going 1, 2, or I'm going 2 on the same leg?
2 on the same leg. So you go
What
1.
I just did?
Yep.
1, 1.
Yep, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4.
2, 2 is this.
Yep.
Boom.
No,
Boom.
you can just leave your foot out front.
Okay, that was the question.
Okay.
Did you say yes?
Okay. Yes.
Alright.
All right, here we go. So, reps 1 to 10 with your lunges. We're going to 3,
We're finishing on this
2,
camera.
1, off we go. So he does 1, then he does 1. Now we'll do 2 reps. We'll just leave his foot out in front. 2 reps. Good. Now we'll do 3 reps. Good. Keeping his chest up nice and tall. Making sure he's pushing up through the middle to back half of that front foot. You don't want your knee diving a mile over your toes. Keeping your knee in line with your feet. Now you don't want that knee to dive across your body. So if you're stepping too shallow, your knee will start to cave in. Or step a little bit wider, just lines your leg up with your hip socket better. 1 to 10.
Could you kick that butt back?
Josh was excited to do this round when he saw it on the board.
Oh, it was not.
Was that 5?
6.
6.
You think it sounds like halfway, but it's not. You're not halfway till like 7 or 8 or something.
Good. So if you're doing this walking, instead of stepping back to the same spot, you just take your step forward and do your reps. Okay, time.
32, 33, 34.
Just chopping wood now. Banging. So there's no rush, so you just find your balance. Do we need to move that camera yet?
No, we won't move it. It'll be fine. Finish it out.
Good. When I start, again, we don't want to round through our upper back or our lower back doing this, chest up, hips go straight down. You want to try and get that back knee to the floor. Now this is generally very challenging, so you won't need a weight, but if you want to hold a weight, that makes it harder. If you want to make it a bit easier, just go to 5 instead of 10. Doing well. Going all the way up to 10. Start at 1 rep on each leg, 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps, 5 reps, 6 reps, 7 reps, 8 reps, 9 reps, 10 reps. Then you can go do whatever you like for the rest of the day. You can go get some food as well. You can have chicken soup.
Maybe.
Just cooked up a whole bunch of stuff yesterday. What'd you try? Some sort of lamb situation. Was that lamb or beef?
Beef.
Beef.
Ah, slow cooked beef.
Slow cooked beef.
Mexican
Mexican mince.
chicken
and
soup.
Chicken soup. Like curry chicken soup.
Yeah.
Juiced it up a bit.
It's good. It's tasty.
It's a lot of veggies.
Lots of veggies in there.
What number are you up to?
This is 10.
Number 10. Remember, if you haven't kept up with Josh, that's fine. You just pause the video and work through this at your own pace. Rest whenever you need. Grab a drink whenever you need. Should be no pain. Good.
Well, a little bit of pain. A little bit of muscle pain.
Whew. Keep your chest up nice and tall. You should be balanced the whole time. His last reps, he's driving up through that front foot, back half of his foot. That's it.
That's 10.
All done.
Oof.
Yep.
Come on,
Boom.
guys. Oh, we just lost that camera.
Whoa,
Well done,
almost.
team.
So, good job, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. High five someone if they live in your house. High five randoms. And yeah, it's food o'clock now.
Boom. Braggy. Good work.